Hello. Today I'm going to show you 3 do-it-yourselfs for fall. We'll start with an apple crisp that's quick and delicious. We'll move to a fall sign, and we'll end with a pumpkin. Today I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy apple crisp. You're going to want to spray a 9x9 pan with some cooking spray, and then dump in a 20-ounce can of prepared apple filling. You can always use your own if you've got some in the freezer or something like that also. That would work just fine. After you get it all spread out in the pan, we're going to make the topping. We're going to dump in 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup of oatmeal. You can use quick oats or regular oats. Made a little mess there. Sorry for the weird camera angle too. I kind of got a little slant on it today. Didn't mean to do that. Then we're going to add about 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup of flour. Cinnamon can be added liberally. I use probably about a tablespoon. And then we're going to use 1 stick, which equals 1/2 cup of butter. You're going to want to use it cold, not softened or room temperature, just cold out of the fridge. And you're going to slice it up, make smaller pieces, and put it in on top of your other ingredients. And then I'm just going to use this pastry blender and really get the butter mixed in good with the rest of the ingredients. Once you get that done, we're going to pour it over the top of the pie filling. And it's ready to go in the oven. We're going to put it in at 350 degrees, and it bakes for 45 minutes. And here we go with the finished product. This is when it just came out of the oven. It smelled so good in here. You can see it kind of bubbling, and that means it's done when it bubbles up around the sides. And of course, you can't have apple crisp without ice cream. So we've got some warmed up apple crisp with some nice melty ice cream on top. Next is going to be our fall sign. I saw the phrase autumn skies and apple pies, and I just wanted to make a sign because I thought it was such a cute saying. So I took an old sign that I had that I got for $1 or $2 on clearance, and I started by sanding it down. You can use anything you've got. You can just use plain wood, or if you've got an old sign that you want to cover over, or even a Dollar Tree sign would work. You're going to want to sand the sign down so that the paint will adhere better. And I didn't want the letters on this one to show through because sometimes they'll be raised a little bit and you can still see them over the paint. So anyway, this one had some paper on it, so I had to really sand down a long ways. But once I got the smooth finish, I went ahead and I painted it with some brown paint. And then I made this phrase on my Cricut, but you can do it by hand if you'd like, or use a stencil. And I put it on with my heat press, 300 degrees for 40 seconds. So there you can see how it looks after it's been ironed on. I'm going to cover it now with a coat of Mod Podge so that we can get everything sealed to protect it a little bit. And I didn't have any cream colored heat transfer vinyl that I wanted to use, and I had to use white for the lettering, and the white was just too stark and not the warm kind of feeling I wanted to give with it. So I went ahead, I took a little bit of distressed ink in burlap, and I went ahead and kind of distressed the letters. I put a little ink on my finger and I rub it around on the letters to kind of make them look a little bit aged. And I use that quite a bit. It's by Tim Holtz, and it's distressed ink. They have different colors, and I like the burlap one. So while that's drying, we're going to make a bow. Now, I do very simple ones. I don't like them too elaborate. But I took this pumpkin, and it does have a wire edge. And then I took this teal burlap with the wire edge also. Now, you don't have to have wire edges. It's up to you what ribbons you want to use and what colors you want to use. This year, I'm doing like an aqua teal kind of color with orange for my fall decor. You can use whatever will work best for your home. And then when I glue it on, I'm going to want to put down some E6000 first, and then I'll hot glue it to hold it in place while the E6000 dries. That way you won't have to worry about it coming off. So the reason I put the lettering down in the lower right side is because I wanted to put some floral along the edges coming off of the ribbon. So as you can see here, I'm getting some pieces fitted, and that'll kind of use up that space that we had up there. And then I'm just going to glue them down. You can pretty much just hide it under the ribbon once you get them cut down to size. And then here's our finished product. I put the sign with the little tumbling block, Jenga block pumpkins that I made last week. I will link the video to those in the description. And I think they look so cute together. I'm not going to put these out until September, but I don't know. I really want to use these. They're so cute. Next, we're going to make a pumpkin. I'm going to use a foam pumpkin. I got mine at Michael's. I got it on a 50% off clearance, and I think it was around $3 or $4. And this is a 6-inch, but you can use any size you want. It was white to start with, and right now I'm painting it aqua chalk paint. And it's actually a real light aqua color. It looks like white in this picture, but it's not. And then I had cut some other ribbon exactly like the one in the sign I just made. So I just made one that was the same, because I'll probably kind of use these things all together in a set or close to each other. So here goes all of the ribbons getting tied up together. And then I wanted to make it a little bit smaller. It was a little too big for my pumpkin, so here I'm just trimming it down. I really like the chalk paint texture that the pumpkin got on it. But you don't have to use chalk paint. You can use any acrylic paint you have. And I'll just trim down that last layer. And then we're going to make another bigger bow to go on the top of the pumpkin as well. So I'm just going to start by flipping this over onto itself, and I'm going to go about 6 times. And I'm going to make a notch in the middle on both sides so that we can put the twine in the middle and tie it tight. This will give our bow the structure that we need. And then you can just start fluffing it. Now I'm just going to put the other bow that I made on top of this one, so mine didn't have to be too fluffed up. But you can make your bow however you want. You can use whatever ribbons you want. I wanted to tie in this teal color a little more. And after kind of looking at it, I decided to see how it would look on the pumpkin. And you can kind of see how it was. I'm going to glue it on here. I'm going to use some E6000 again. And then I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to put some of it on to hold it in place until the E6000 dries. I'm just going to kind of wedge it in there between the stem and the pumpkin. And there you can see how it's looking. I decided to put a little flower in the center to finish it off. And here's what it looks like. I'm so pleased with how these 3 projects look together. Such a cute little ensemble. I hope you enjoyed these videos today. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell to be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching.